What's the consequence, though, if they do this DACA deal and they deal with the 800,000 or maybe more? Because the date isn't really being discussed. Is it every undocumented immigrant who was brought here illegally as a child getting it, or just the ones who already had protection? If they do something, what's the consequence for the party as a whole, you think? And, of course, the base of the Republican Party in the next election, midterms.
Yeah. Well, to borrow Nancy Pelosi's phrase in a different context, it will be Armageddon. It will be. And it's not 800,000. I mean, it's probably at least 3 million. Then on top of that, of course, you've got Republicans and Democrats talking about chain migration allowances for the parents of those DACA recipients. So, and those are, clearly illegal alien parents who would be rewarded as well. The consequence would be a permanent ruling majority for the Democrat Party. Death of the GOP.
So you think doing DACA helps the Democrats win in the midterms? Take over Senate and House.
And just long game beyond that. Because,
Okay.
look at the current generation of voters who won their amnesty from all the way back to 1986. This has long-term ramifications.
In terms of the messaging war going forward, anything that you think the Republicans, have to do in these negotiations, because the deadline that Schumer set is coming up soon?
Yeah, well, like I said, I think that it requires a very bold act of political jiu-jitsu, and that in turn requires, like I said, intestinal fortitude to face head-on the onslaught of accusations of being racist or nativist. And the Republican Party establishment in D.C. has proven to be woefully unprepared and unequipped to deal with the only card that the Democrats have left to play on this matter. So, in terms of who's holding the line, well, we've seen all the articles about all of these Senate Republicans blaming Steve Miller. Thank God for Steve Miller is all I have to say.
The Durbin's been going off on him.
Yeah, and as long as we have patriots like that who have, close ear of President Trump, I can breathe a little bit easier at night. And I have to say that there was no other candidate in the field that I could have said that about. I'm talking about the GOP. They would have caved by now, any of the other Republicans.